details tonight after a teenager went to the wrong apartment and was shot to death for the mistake.
Yeah, we reported it. It happened 2 weeks ago at a Southwest Atlanta apartment complex on Fairburn Road. The man accused of shooting 19-year-old Omarion Banks says it was self-defense, even though Banks was not armed. CBS 46's Ayanna Crystal is live outside of the courthouse with new details from the hearing today. Ayanna?
Sharon, Omarion Banks' family members were in the courtroom today hearing devastating testimony of what happened 2 weeks ago when the 19-year-old was shot to death after going to the wrong apartment. Now, detectives testified saying that all the buildings in the complex do look similar, so it's not surprising that Banks actually went to the wrong apartment.
And the question the court has to answer is, would a reasonable person shoot someone for simply knocking on the wrong door?
Omarion Banks' family members filled the courtroom looking for those answers after the 19-year-old was murdered.
At the time that he shot the victim was unarmed. There was no weapon located at the scene of the crime.
Police said Banks knocked on a door which he believed to be his apartment after a Lyft driver dropped him off, then walked away. That's when police said Daryl Bynes went onto his apartment balcony to confront Banks.
His statement was that the male was facing the other way, not talking to him at all, and he yelled to get the male to turn so that the dialogue and altercation could take place.
Police testified the two men got into an argument, and at some point Bynes took out a loaded gun and shot Banks twice in the neck, who died at the scene. Detective Gordon Payne says Banks was on the phone with his girlfriend at the time of the altercation, and her testimony contradicts what Bynes said happened.
Heard someone yell, "I've got the wrong apartment," then heard, "Nah, you've got the right apartment," then heard 2 more gunshots.
Bynes' lawyer is claiming he felt threatened.
It's become clear that this is a self-defense case, that he was defending his family and his property.
But the prosecutor also said Bynes shot at Banks while he was walking away, arguing that he used unreasonable and excessive force. There were no signs of forced entry at the apartment.
So this is a tragedy. It didn't need to happen. The defendant acted unreasonably.
Just a terrible situation. The judge did decide today that there is probable cause to bind this over to Superior Court, where Bynes will be prosecuted on those murder charges. That's the latest in Fulton County. Ayanna Crystal, CBS 46 News.